Welcome to New Possibilities. I speak truth to power without fear. So earlier I was talking about how someone left a comment to one of my videos and they basically said, well, Asians love white supremacy. And I thought about it. I was like, hold up. Black people love white supremacy too. In fact, black people love white supremacy more than Asian people. In fact, black people love white supremacy more than even the white man himself. I know it's hard. I know it's hard for some people to deal with this reality, but it's true. And for this video right here, I'm going to illustrate this point by providing 16 examples of black people loving white supremacy. Number one will be this. You go to any black community, anywhere in the United States, and you will find several churches that depict God as a white man. There's nothing more supreme than God. And for you to depict God as a white man, for you to pray to a white man, for you to worship a white man, that epitomizes white supremacy. So that's number one. Number two is our infatuation and obsession with white heroes. From the early ages of childhood to adulthood, many of us have been taught to idolize white heroes, whether it's Superman, Batman, Iron Man, Spider-Man, countless heroes. Most of these heroes are white. Every now and then they'll sprinkle in a couple of Negroes, but for the most part, you have black people adoring and worshiping these white heroes. So that's number two. Number three is swirling. In today's society, when a lot of black men become rich, when they become famous, when they acquire some status, the first thing that they do to put the cherry on top of that success is go out and get them a white woman, because they view that white woman as the standard of beauty. They view her as the trophy of success. So you have a lot of these entertainers, a lot of these basketball players, football players, actors and directors, and other rich people pursuing and chasing these white women with their tongue hanging out of their mouths, as the last poet said. Some of our people love white supremacy. And the sisters aren't off the hook. They write books about how to pursue a white man. These sisters get a little bit of education. They get a little bit of status. They get them a nice job and a nice car, and all of a sudden, they're too good for the brothers. All of a sudden, black men are not marriageable. They are not marriage material. So these women pursue these white men. Some of our people, many of our people, love white supremacy. Number four. A lot of our people love white saviors. They look to the white liberal or the white conservative or the white politician to save and rescue them. They love white saviors. They love them. So that's number four. Number five is colorism. We have been taught, programmed to worship whiteness. And we mimic that in our own community. So we place a premium on light skin. We view lighter skin as more attractive, as more desirable, as of a higher status. Black people love white supremacy. You love it. You love it. I was watching the brother Chris Crazy House's video about this beautiful dark-skinned model. and about how some brother, some misguided, miseducated brother, left some comment or made some comment on social media about how that woman would be beautiful if she was light skinned. And you have songs where people say that a woman would be more attractive if she was red. Again, too many of our people love white supremacy. Number 6, and it's kind of connected to number 5. Many of our women change who they are so that they could be more like the white woman. They wear blonde hair like the white woman. They wear long weaves that resemble white hair. They bleach their skin so that they could look more like white people, so that they could have lighter skin. We love white supremacy. Too many of us love white supremacy. Number 7, white doctors. We love white doctors. We believe that, unfortunately, too many of us believe that the white doctor is more skillful. We believe he's more intelligent. We believe that he's more capable. So if we have some kind of serious health condition, we don't want to see a black doctor. Too many of us, we don't want to see a black doctor. So we pursue a white doctor. We look for a white doctor to address our needs, to take care of us. That's because we have been programmed to love white supremacy. And the same is true for doctors. And lawyers. That's number 8. When our people are facing some tough case, some criminal case or some civil case, too often we assume that the white man is the better lawyer. We assume that he is the best person to represent us in a court of law. That's what we assume. So too many of us hire white lawyers over black lawyers because a lot of us simply love white supremacy. Number 9, many of us don't believe that something is true unless the white man says that it is true. Unless the white man has written a book or said it from his own mouth, we don't believe it. We don't believe it if it comes from the mouth of a black man. We can't accept it if it just comes from the mouth of a black man. We got to get some white man to co-sign it. Even some of these conscious black people, they feel the need to cite white sources for validity because a black source is not good enough. Many of us, unfortunately, love white supremacy. Number 9, in today's society, it's no longer acceptable for people to just use the N-word in regular conversation. Like for white people to use it on the job or anywhere else in society, they will be roundly condemned. So it's not as common as it used to be among white people saying it openly. But here we are, after being so thoroughly programmed to love white supremacy, we are so eager, so quick to call one another niggas. So quick and eager to do it. The white man no longer even has to call us that anymore because we sing and say the N-word constantly. It's in our music. It's in our dialect. It's in our conversations here on YouTube. You can't even make it through some of these YouTube videos without hearing that word 100 times. Many black people simply love white supremacy. The white man doesn't even have to call us niggas anymore because we proudly and boldly call ourselves that. Number 11. There was a time when the KKK used to be able to lynch black people with impunity. They could lynch us, kill us, brutalize us like Emmett Till, and nothing happens. Nothing would happen. And even today, you still see examples of that today with the police killing our people and not being brought to justice. But today, the numbers of black people being killed by the KKK and these other white supremacist groups and the police is relatively small compared to the numbers of black people killed at the hands of other black people. We don't even need the KKK anymore because we kill one another for them. They don't even need to kill us or lynch us because we kill each other every single day. In fact, we glorify it in the music that we produce. We glorify killing one another, shooting one another, brutalizing one another. So you don't even need a KKK because black people love white supremacy. We love white supremacy so much that we will beg, and this is number 12, we will beg the white man to bring his troops into our cities to control us because we believe that that white man is our savior. And things get so out of hand, too many homicides, we feel that the white man is the one to save us from ourselves because a lot of us simply love white supremacy. Number 13, when too many of our black people, when they get some status, when they get some education, when they get a good job, the first thing that they do is escape the black community, like a runaway slave escaping the plantation, like a prisoner breaking out of jail. They run from the black community and they go to the white community because they believe that the white man and his white communities are better. Because black people, too many of us, love white supremacy. We love it. Number 14, we love white supremacy and it's reflected in the holidays that we celebrate. Here we are, you have families that are struggling, but they pull together their pennies so that they could buy their kids Christmas gifts. And after doing all that hard work so that they can buy their kids gifts, instead of just telling the kids that they're giving the gifts to them, they create and they perpetuate this myth of a white man, a fat white man giving them some gifts, giving their kids gifts. We love white supremacy, man. Here you have black people who won't celebrate Kwanzaa, but here they are at some parade recognizing St. Patrick's Day because some of us, too many of us, love white supremacy. So number 15, we love white supremacy because we depend on that white man for our food, clothing, and shelter. We love white supremacy. Too many of us love white supremacy. And the last one, there was a time when they would have the blackface minstrel shows where white people would dress up in blackface. But today, black people love white supremacy so much that they are eager to play the role of the coon and the buffoon.